Today we're going to see the scattering of light. Scattering of light. So when the sunlight enters the Earth's atmosphere, the atoms and molecules of different gases present in the atmosphere refract the light in all possible directions, and this is called scattering of light. So you can see the incident ray falling on the earth. When it falls, it scatters with the help of atoms or molecules in different direction. That is, it refracted to different direction along the particles. So that is the direction of dispersing light is called scattering of light. And for this, they need a medium. So when the light falls on a particle or medium, the scattering occurs. That medium is called scatters. Types of scattering. When a beam of light interacts with a constant particle of a medium, it undergoes many kinds of scattering. So first scattering based on initial or final energy, it is classified as elastic and inelastic scattering. Elastic scattering. If the energy of the incident beam of light and the scattering beam of light is same, then it is called elastic. You can see the bulb. So the bulb is the source. When it burns, it focuses on a particular object. So from the it falls, that is the light ray falls on the particular object and it scatters in a particular place. So that means the scattering and the incident light beam is same. So if the another example is the camera. So you are focusing a camera, you are focusing on a particular object. So that is elastic, but the same direction. Even you can use a rubber band. So you will expand the rubber band. So a small rubber band can become a larger rubber band. So that is elastic. So now you understand the example, that is with the help of the rubber band you can see how much it expands. So same way, that is called the elastic scattering. Inelastic scattering. If the energy of incident beam of light and the scattering beam of light are not same, then it is called inelastic. That means incident beam of light and scattering beam of light are not same. So for example, I had given a X-ray scattering. Think the X-ray sheet, that is, we are going to an hospital. The doctor is asking to take an X-ray. So while while taking the X-ray, we can able to see the black portion and only the bones can be visible. But the X-ray, the light it is directing is more. That is, the incident light effect is more, but the scattering effect, it is concentrating only on the bones. So the scattering effect is less. So this means the incident beam and the scattering beam of light are not same. The nature and the size of scattering of light, based on this, again it is classified into Rayleigh scattering, Mie scattering, Tyndall scattering and Raman scattering. Rayleigh scattering. The scattering of sunlight by the atoms or molecules of gases in the Earth's atmosphere is known as Rayleigh scattering. And Rayleigh's law states that the amount of scattering is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the wavelength. So in the sky, the sunlight enters into the sky, and in the morning you can see the sky is, that is, blue in color. Most of the parts of the sky is blue in color. Y means the blue color has least, that is medium wavelength. Okay, medium wavelength, and it scatters more compared to the larger wavelength. But when the sunset and sunrise, the red color we can see more prominent. Why means the red color has larger wavelength and it can travel a long distance from east, that is the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. During the morning hours and the evening hours, the sun may be red in color, which is visible to the eyes. So based on the wavelength of the colors on the light, scattering can be determined. This was said by Rayleigh. Mie scattering. Mie scattering takes place when the diameter of the scatter is similar to or larger than the wavelength of the incident light, and it is also an elastic scattering. So the amount of scattering is independent of the wavelength. Mie scattering is caused by pollen, dust, smoke, water droplets and other particles in the lower portion of the atmosphere. So Mie scattering is responsible for the white appearance of the cloud. When the white light falls on the water droplet, all the colors are equally scattered, which together form the white light. So now you can see that is the Mie scattering. So Mie scattering is elastic scattering because it is focusing on a particular point. So that means the sunlight contains the 7 colors with GR. But why in the sky the clouds are white? Because the light particles falls on the cloud and the clouds has water droplets. They collect all the light rays and they form the white color. So because of this scattering, that is the light rays falls in the cloud, due to the water droplets, it changes the all wavelength to a normal one, to a same one, and it becomes white in color. Tyndall scattering of light. So when a beam of sunlight enters into a dusty room through a window, then its path becomes visible to us. So this is because the tiny dust particles present in the air of the room scatter the beam of light. So this is the example for Tyndall scattering. So that is, you can see in our house also, when we open the window in the morning, the light rays from the sun enters into the inside the house. During that, a beam of light passes. In the beam of light, you can see some of the dust particles rotating. Thus, that dust particles are called colloidal particles. The beam of light and the colloidal particles are joined to form colloidal solution. In the dust particles, the light is scattering. So that is called Tyndall scattering of light or Tyndall effect. So you can see I had given a glass with water and a powdered, that is under salt solution. Salt solutions, here the light is passed through the water, that is water containing glass, and you can see the particle, that is the light rays passing along the colloidal particles, and this solution, the colloidal particles and the light, that is and the light ray, are combinedly known as colloidal solution. Raman scattering. When a parallel beam of monochromatic light passes through a gas or liquid or transparent solid, a part of rays are scattered. The scattered light contains some additional frequencies other than the incident frequency. This is called Raman scattering or Raman effect. So this was given by Sir C.V. Raman. So we all know the sodium vapor lamps in the street light, and it gives the yellow color. So it is monochromatic light. Already I had in the previous class I had say about this monochromatic light because it gives a single color. Okay, single color, that is yellow color. So when the light passes through the gas or liquid or transparent solid material, it's scattered, that is incident, it is more, that is the incident ray, and it getting more wavelength in the scattering of the light. Okay, so when the beam of incident ray has more wavelength compared to that the scattered light is more than the incident light. So this has additional frequency, that is due to that the scattered light has additional frequency other than the incident light frequency. And Raman scattering is defined as the interaction of light ray with the particle of pure liquids or transparent solids, which leads to the change in the wavelength or frequency. So what he says means the that is the ray, that is incident ray has a particular wave frequency, and while scattering, that is while it refracted through a solid, a transparent substance, maybe liquid, gas or solid, so it refracted through it. After that the scattering of light occurs. That scattering of light has different frequency. So the frequency can be changed when it transfer in a medium, to one medium to another medium. So one phase to another phase through the medium. So the frequency will be changing. This is Raman scattering of light definition. So the changing, it is called the spectral line. So the frequency is equal to the incident ray. It is called Rayleigh's line. So in Rayleigh's scattering, the incident ray and the scattering ray frequency will be same. That is called Rayleigh's. But in Raman, the incident ray and scattering ray will not be common, will not be same, but the scattering ray has more than the incident ray wavelength or frequency. So that is called Raman line. So incident ray is equal to the is equal to the scattering light. So that spectral line is called Rayleigh's line. But the incident ray frequency is less than that of the scattered ray of frequency. So that spectral line is called Raman line. Raman lines, and the frequency, the line having frequency of lower than the incident frequency. So the lower frequency of scattering light, that is compared to the incident ray, the lower the frequency of scattering light have means it is called stroke line. So the line having frequency higher than the incident ray, then it is called anti-stroke lines. So you can see here, that is in this, the Rayleigh scattering. So both are rays, that is both are common, that is incident ray and the scattering light, that is light or ray is common. But in Raman, the incident ray is less and scattering ray is more. That is called stroke line. and here the frequency of incident ray is less and the frequency of scattering ray is more. So this is anti-stroke line. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment box. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.